So I have a big life update to share with you. I've got a plan for what I want to do next, and it's a little bit unconventional. So here's what I want to do. I want to buy a house before my current house is sold. Is this brave or is this bonkers? Let me know what you think. So briefly, here's the background. I'm divorced. As part of the divorce settlement, I am to receive the majority of the equity from the sale of the marital house. I'm currently living in the marital house with my 2 kids and my new partner, and we've been living here for a couple of years now. I agreed to pay half of the mortgage every month until the house is sold. So at the moment, the mortgage is on a tracker rate, so my commitment is around about £750 a month. I'm on a full-time minimum wage, but because I live a very frugal lifestyle, I can afford this at the moment. The overall plan is to buy a very cheap house, free up this mortgage payment by getting a very cheap mortgage and putting the extra savings into retirement and the extra equity from the house into investments, into a retirement pot. And this is going to help me to retire early. In another video, I have shared my retirement plan, so go and check that out if you want the full breakdown. I share all the numbers with you and how this is possible, starting from scratch, starting from no investment, no pension, no savings, to hopefully financial freedom and early retirement in 6 years' time at the age of 53. I'm currently 46. So the original plan was that we were going to wait until the marital house had sold before buying the next house. But we are all sick of being in this house. Although we've had quite a lot of viewings and we have reduced the price, the house still hasn't sold. And we really just want to move on. The kids want to move on. We all just want to get settled in our new house, in our new life. So it might actually be possible for us to move before the current house is sold. And here's how we can do it. I'm not on the mortgage with my ex. He's got that mortgage on his own. So I wouldn't need to take out 2 mortgages because I don't currently have a mortgage. I have no debts at all. So the plan would be for me and my new partner to take out a very small mortgage on a very cheap house. It's very affordable for us both. He would be putting down the deposit and he would be paying the very small mortgage on his own until this house has sold. So financially, it is a stretch for us both, but it is very doable at the same time. New mortgage payments might be around £500, between £400 and £500. And because mortgage interest rates have just dropped, this is a great time for us to snap up a new mortgage. And the thing that has really made this possible is I've seen a couple of extremely cheap houses priced under £180,000. So this makes it very affordable. I recorded a different video where I gave you a house tour of my current house. It's a lovely, modern, brand new 4-bedroom house in a lovely area, very close to the beach. And we're trading that for a very small, very old terraced house, probably, because we haven't decided on the exact house yet. But go and watch my other video if you're interested in why I'm downsizing early while I've still got kids. So I just wanted to go through a few of the pros and cons of doing this strategy. So the good things about this is that we'll all be able to start again emotionally, get settled in our new house. The kids will be closer to school. They'll be able to get to school on their own, which will free up my time. They'll be close to their friends. They'll be having a much better social life. We'll be able to snap up a deal while they still exist and while the housing market is still quiet, because it's probably about to pick up, seeing as the mortgage interest rates have come down. My partner has quite a large deposit, which makes this very affordable. It means that we'll be able to move before this current house sells, which means we won't get all of that rush when you are buying and selling on the same day, having to quickly clear out of the house. It also means we'll be able to take our time, see what needs doing in the house. If there's carpets that need replacing, we can do that before we move in. We can clean the house before we move in, all that stuff that you don't get time to do when you are rushing to sell and buy on the same day. And some of the downsides or the dangers of doing this that I can think of is that things will be tight for both of us, but they won't be any more tight than normal because I have already allocated this mortgage money to investment savings. But it does just mean that you don't have that flexibility in case emergencies happen. But I do still have a buffer. I have got cash buffers in my business, in my personal life, and in my investments if I need them. They're not huge, but at least they're there. And that's all the downsides that I can think of, but I've just thought of another upside. It also means that we can clean the marital home and get it completely ready for viewings so that when we move out, the estate agent could go around when they want and there's not a humongous rush to make the house show home ready. Because every time we have a viewing, we spend several days trying to get the house into a fit state, and it is quite stressful and time consuming. And also very disappointing when they don't end up making an offer after all of that hard work. I know that I'm in an unusual situation, that there's not many people in my situation who aren't tied to a mortgage before they can get their next place. I'm not a first-time buyer though, I have owned property before, but we're still in a very strong position in my opinion. So let me ask you, would you do what I'm planning to do? Would you move out and commit to a new place before your current house has sold, when you're still committing to paying half of the mortgage? I would love to know what you think. Leave me a comment below. Have you had any interesting stories, any stresses when it comes to buying and selling houses? I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much to all of my followers and everybody who likes and comments on my videos. I really appreciate it so much. Have an amazing day.